So do you also use Instamojo to sell your products online? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to create HubSpot contact on Instamojo payment. So over here I'm running a skincare brand and we use Instamojo to sell our products online. So now what I want is that as soon as we sell a new product online with the help of Instamojo, automatically with the help of the same customer details, a new contact should be created in my HubSpot too. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between Instamojo and HubSpot. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen.
Welcome to my screen everyone. So in this tutorial I'll show you how to automatically create HubSpot contacts every time a payment is made on Instamojo. With this, you won't have to manually add customer details anymore. Every payment will instantly create a new contact in HubSpot, saving you time and keeping everything organized. So let's get started with a really simple example. So let's say that my name is Dummy User and I'm going to purchase this product, which is Natural Glow Skincare Face Toner. Okay. So as you can see that I've entered all of my details and now I'm just going to click on proceed to pay. And as soon as we are going to click on proceed to pay, right over here it is asking me to select the payment method. So here for the payment method I'm going to select it as this, which is credit/debit cards. Okay. And now it is asking me to enter the card number and the rest of the details. So you can see that I've entered all of these details and now I'm just going to click on pay 9. And as soon as we are going to click on pay 9 right over here, it has sent me a OTP. Okay, so here we are going to enter the OTP, and after entering this OTP we are going to click on submit. And as soon as we are going to click on submit, it is saying wait for a few seconds, and yes, you can see payment successful. With this, we have successfully purchased this product, which is Natural Glow Skincare Face Toner, right? Okay, so now what has happened is that with the help of these same details, a new contact is created in my HubSpot account too. So I'm just going to open my HubSpot account, and yes, you can see a new contact has been created. You can see the same name which we entered, which is Dummy User. You can see the same email which we entered and the phone number which we entered in our test submission. So yes, this is the automation we are going to create in today's video. And if you also want to create this automation for your business, then you have to watch this video till the end. So in order to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on sign in. And as soon as we are going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is Instamojo and HubSpot, right? So I'm just going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And as soon as we are going to click on access now, it is opening my dashboard. And now we're here to start with our automation. We have to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and on my dashboard you can see multiple folders which I have already created in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to create a new folder or a subfolder, you can click on this hyperlink right over here which says learn more and learn how to create one. Okay, so now it is asking me for the workflow name, right? So I want the workflow name to be how to create HubSpot contact on Instamojo payment Instamojo to HubSpot. So I'm just going to click on create right over here, and as soon as we are going to click on create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and action are the two main principles on which our automation will work. Okay, so trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions are the response towards the same commands given by our trigger. Okay, so therefore we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. Okay, so we're here in our today's case. I want to create a HubSpot contact on Instamojo payment, right? So the trigger, we are going to select it as Instamojo because it is going to give the command as soon as a new payment is made. And HubSpot is going to follow the command to create a new contact, right? Okay, so now to start with our automation, we are going to open this trigger step and select our trigger application, which is Instamojo. Okay, so I'm just going to search for Instamojo, and as you can see, Instamojo V1 and V2. So we have to select V2 right over here. Now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically, trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So here what I want is that as soon as a new sale is made, my workflow should start, correct? So I'm just going to select the same as my trigger event. And as soon as we are going to select the trigger event, it is giving me a webhook URL. So we're going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Instamojo account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we're going to do is first we are just going to copy this webhook URL, and then we're going to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your Instamojo account, click on the product for which you want to wish to set the webhook, navigate to the advanced settings where you will find the section of entering the webhook URL. Okay, we are going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my Instamojo account, and as you can see that this is my Instamojo account. Now from the left side of the bar we have to go towards the smart pages, and as you can see all the pages I have right over here, but I want to create this automation only for a single, which is natural glow skincare face toner. So we have to go towards the same, click on the three dots and then edit page, and as soon as we are going to come over here towards the edit page, we have to go towards the left side of the bar which says page settings, and then we have to go again to the left side of the bar which says webhooks, right? And as you can see the option of add webhooks, we have to switch it on right from here, and as soon as we are going to switch it on, it is asking me to enter the webhook URL. So we are just going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. Now it is saying information to be sent. So here we have to select the successful payments because I want to create HubSpot contacts only on successful payments. Okay, so we have selected the same, and now I'm just going to click on this button which says save and update. Once again we're going to click on yes, save and update, and yes, you can see that we have successfully edited this page, which means that we have successfully created a connection between our Instamojo account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. Okay, so what we have to do is I'm just going to open the same page I have connected right now with our workflow. We're going to go towards the three dots and then view page. Okay, so as you can see that this is the page, so I'm just going to click on pay now. Once again we're going to enter the details right over here and purchase this face toner. Okay, so for the first name, let's say that I'm going to keep it as test, last name as user. You can see the email ID over here. For the mobile number, I want it to be this, and now after entering all of these details, we are going to click on proceed to pay, and as soon as we are going to click on proceed to pay, once again it is asking me to select the payment method. So I'm just going to select it as credit / debit card. Over here it is asking me for the card number and the another details. Once again we're going to enter the card details right over here and click on pay ₹9. Once again it has sent me a OTP. All right, so we are just going to enter the OTP right over here. So yes, we are going to enter the OTP right over here, which is this, and after entering this OTP we are going to click on submit, and as soon as we are going to click on submit right over here, we are going to wait for a few seconds, and yes, you can see payment successful. With this, we have successfully placed this order, right? You can see all the details. You can see the same email and the phone number which we entered. So now what has happened is that Instamojo has sent the details of a test submission to our workflow. So I'm just going to open my workflow, and yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response of the test submission. You can see all the details which we entered right over here. You can see the same buyer's name, the phone number and the email which we entered, right? So yes, with this we have successfully completed our triggers step, and now what will happen is that as soon as a new sale is made on my Instamojo account, automatically Pabbly is going to capture the response and trigger this workflow. Okay, so we're going to move on forward towards our action step. So what I want is I want to create a HubSpot contact on Instamojo payment, right? So for my action application, I'm just going to select it as HubSpot. So I'm just going to search for HubSpot right over here, and as you can see HubSpot CRM, so we are just going to select it, and after selecting the action application, we are going to go towards the action event. So for my action event, we are going to select it as create contact and click on connect, and as soon as we are going to click on connect, it is asking me for two options. One is add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your HubSpot CRM account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me. Click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this blue button which says connect with HubSpot CRM. Now after clicking on this blue button, over here we have to select the account. So here for me the account is Pabbly, so we are going to select the account and click on choose account. And as soon as we are going to click on choose account right over here, yes, you can see authorization successful. With this we have successfully connected our HubSpot CRM account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And after creating this connection, it is asking me for many details. As you can see, all the details it is asking me to create a contact. But over here we are going to only enter the required details. All right, so as you can see, these are all the details, but we're only going to enter the required details, which is email. So what we're going to do is we are going to map this email right over here. We are not going to enter the email manually, we are just going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Instamojo as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So over here I'm going to give you an example. That let's say that I'm going to enter the email right over here manually by typing it like this. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is static information and I've entered it manually. But let's say that we're going to erase this right from here and map the email from the previous response. As you can see, the email. So let's say we're going to map this email from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change, right? So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And as we map the email, we are going to map the rest of the details too which are required. So here we have to map the first name. So I'm just going to look for name in the previous response, and as you can see, the name of my customer, which is test user. But over here it is only asking me for the first name and we have received the full name in the response. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to split this full name into the first name and last name. For that I'm going to add another action step between Instamojo and HubSpot. All right, so over here for the action application, I'm just going to select it as text formatted by Pabbly. So it is a feature by Pabbly which helps you to format the text. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as split text and click on connect. And now it is asking me for the text to split, so here we are going to enter the full name. All right, so I'm just going to look for name, and as you can see, test users, we are going to enter it right over here. Now it is asking me for the separator, so it is saying enter the characters or word separators to split the text. For space as separator, use this. Okay, so I want the space to be my separator, so I'm just going to copy this space right from here and paste it right over here. Now it is asking me for the segment index, so for that I'm just going to select it as all and click on save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to do so, yes, you can see the full name has been splitted into first name and last name. All right, so now we're going to map this first name and last name right over here in our HubSpot. Okay, so I'm just going to look for first name right over here. For that we have to scroll, and as you can see, first name right over here. So we're going to map this first name from the response of our text formatter by Pabbly right over here. You can see test, which is the result. So we're going to map it. We are going to move on forward and we're going to look for the last name too. Okay, so I'm just going to move on forward. Okay, as you can see, last name right over here, so we're going to map this last name too. I'm just going to open the response of text formatter by Pabbly. You can see user, which is the last name. So we're going to move on forward, and now it is asking me for the phone number. Okay, so we're going to map the phone number too. I'm just going to look for phone in the previous response, and as you can see, the same, so we're going to map it. And after mapping all the required details or the details I wish to enter, I'm just going to click on this save and send test request. If you wish, you can definitely enter all of these details or many another details which you want to. And now after clicking on the save and send test request button right over here, we are going to receive a positive response. So yes, you can see that we have successfully received a positive response, that with the help of these same details we have successfully created a new contact in our HubSpot account. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to open my HubSpot and check for the new contact created. So I'm just going to open my HubSpot, and yes, you can see a new contact has been created. You can see the same name which we entered and the same email and the same phone number which we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new sale is made in my Instamojo account, automatically with the help of the same customer details, a new contact would be created in my HubSpot CRM too. That too without any manual efforts. This workflow is going to run in backend and we can just sit back and relax. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.